Marketing Edge on TV is Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix, encompassing thorough and in-depth analysis aimed at promoting the brand idea. My name is Bababumi Agbibi. Welcome to the program.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of marketing and advertising in Nigeria and around the world. The ad market is gearing up for a big finish this year. Industry experts say advertising spend will surge in the last quarter of 2025 as brands chase year-end targets. Plural Media Chief Executive Officer Udwak Basi predicted a boom fueled by improving economic indicators, while Greg Udutayo of Royal Roots Nigeria said brands are already reallocating budgets to stay competitive. Both warned that 2026 could be uncertain depending on government policies and the economy. It's a winning streak for Publicis on the global stage. The media giant dominated worldwide pitch wins in the first half of the year, securing $6.34 billion in new business, according to Convergence. Major accounts include Coca-Cola, LinkedIn, PayPal, and Santander. Media brands followed with $1.48 billion, while Omnicom came third with $1.16 billion. WPP slipped to 6th, losing $2.27 billion, including Coca-Cola. The global experiential marketing sector is bouncing back, projected to hit $57.3 billion by 2028. This is according to Business Research Insights. The market, valued at $47.5 billion in 2021, is growing steadily with rising adoption by key players. PQ Media notes a sharp 2020 plunge, but a strong rebound in 2021 and 2022. Experts say spending will surpass pre-pandemic levels by 2024 as brands embrace experiential channels for deeper consumer engagement. Next is branding focus after this break.
Last year, we saw ideas light up the room. This year, we are doing it again. Get ready for the 2025 Marketing Edge Summit and Edge Awards. And once again, the theme is Excellence Beyond Borders. Come see the small brands take giant leaps at the Marketing Edge Summit and the Edge Awards. The Marketing Edge National Marketing Stakeholder Summit holds virtually on the 25th of September, and the Edge Awards holds on 26 September 2025 at Bamol Event Hall, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja. Our lead speakers are Baba Wopetu and Mr. Obi Asika, and gracing the summit as panelists are Mr. Pritesh Suraj, Mrs. Victoria Abiola Ajayi, Mr. Femi Odubemi, and more. Chairman of Edge Awards Night, keynote speaker, His Excellency Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, Executive Governor, Ekine State. Marketing Edge Awards, promoting the brand idea.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Now, brand in focus. Every thriving company has one invisible engine driving it forward: marketing. It is not just about selling, but about shaping perception and building trust. Today, marketing transforms products into experience and customers into loyal advocates. In a world flooded with choices, it helps brands cut through the noise. Stories, not just features, make people feel connected to something bigger. Data and creativity now combine to deliver personal, memorable engagement. Without marketing, even the best ideas can vanish unnoticed. It has turned everyday items into billion-dollar industries. Today, trust and genuine connection matter more than transactions. And tomorrow, success will belong to those who blend human creativity with smart technology. That was Branding Focus. Next is Industry Conversation, where we discuss with industry thought leaders who have distinguished themselves and have made tremendous impact in their chosen field. My guest today is the Chief Executive Officer, Brand Exchange, Akonte Ekine. Join us after this break.
Last year, we saw ideas light up the room. This year, we are doing it again. Get ready for the 2025 Marketing Edge Summit and Edge Awards. And once again, the theme is Excellence Beyond Borders. Come see the small brands take giant leaps at the Marketing Edge Summit and the Edge Awards. The Marketing Edge National Marketing Stakeholder Summit holds virtually on the 25th of September, and the Edge Awards holds on 26 September 2025 at Balmoral Event Hall, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja. Our lead speakers are Baba Wopetu and Mr. Obi Asika, and gracing the summit as panelists are Mr. Pritesh Siraj, Mrs. Victoria Abiola Ajayi, Mr. Femi Odubemi, and more. Chairman of Edge Awards Night, keynote speaker, His Excellency Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, Executive Governor, Ekiti State. Marketing Edge Awards, promoting the brand idea.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Thank you for staying with us. I'm still speaking with the Chief Executive Officer, Brand Exchange, Akonte Ekine. Thank you for staying with us.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the award categories, the various categories. For those that have not been on the website, you could just do a list of maybe 2 or 3 categories. But what was the idea behind creating these categories?
Okay, so let me start with the public sector. In the public sector, which is the first time, and I'm excited about the response rate on the public sector. So we have the outstanding government agency in consumer engagement, because every citizen is a consumer. So we are enjoying government services. So we have the most consumer-friendly regulatory agency. Understand? We also have it's an interesting list. We also have the outstanding list of performance. So one of the things we've done in categorization is to look at the atmosphere and say to ourselves, it's all about the experience. So we are holding on to that experience. Prior to now, we did a governorship advocacy program on the platform to see which governor in Nigeria is conscious of consumer protection. And we found out that it's only Lagos State. And the Lagos State governor was recognized twice back to back as that consumer advocate governor of the year back to back. So we have dropped the idea because we don't want to sound political. We have realized that we can't diagnose nothing like there's no consciousness in that state level, so to speak, outside Lagos State, where you have that consumer protection agency and they are doing well. So what we have done is to say, look at the federal agencies. Let's go back to the federal agencies and list them. The aviation sector, the oil and gas sector, the pharmaceutical sector, and see if consumers can put their vote on any of them. I need to also put this to say that it's actually not Mr. Akonte Ekine and his team that put the name of those people. It is the nomination, because we had 1 month of nomination. So we have a long list of nominations of government agencies and private sector brands, and that's how we arrive at this. So,
from your own perspective, what category do you think has been most exciting to brands and consumers, looking at the feedback?
Okay, so on the government public sector, I would say that outstanding regulatory agency in consumer engagement is the most exciting. As I speak with you, we've recorded over 90% of votes in that place. Outside that, then you have the custard category, you have the non-alcoholic beverage category, we have the mobile phone category, and in fact, there is NCC and NAFDAC or something competing at one point or the other in terms of consumer acceptance of which of them is doing well. So it's a mixed bag. But I think so far, after about 30 days of voting, we can say that we're on the right track for consumers to respond. And why are we even doing this? It's because we feel that we can still reach out to a lot more other people to also take that initiative. Because most times people ask themselves that question about what's in it for me? What's in it for every one of us is that we are trying to sanitize the market without necessarily coming out to say we are sanitizing the market. We are playing the role of the regulators by taking the initiative to say, look, if you say this brand is not doing well, what have you done? So if you go to the platform where you have the telecoms category, a lot of people are complaining about some brands. But if you go to that platform, you will see that even the brands that they are complaining about are not doing badly in terms of what people are saying. So the message to every manufacturer or service provider will be, take a look at that site. Can you ensure that you take the feedback? Like last year, UAC called us and said, can we take your data? And they said yes. For nothing. They said yes. Because what we are trying to do is to build credibility for the Consumers Value Awards, first and foremost. Because if we have that credibility that we are sincere, which is one of the things that we said to ourselves, and honest, and we hold our head high above water, I think that at the end of the day, an average consumer will come there and check if this brand is worth celebrating.
Looking at the event day, the format for the events, is this still the same? As a venue being picked? You've mentioned the date, November 26th. Has the venue been picked? What is the time? What are the major details for people to look out for?
Basically, it's going to happen at the Radisson Blue Hotel. We started out there 4 years ago. And somehow, through the sheer grace of God, we are keeping to that same place. We believe that it has that... We are celebrating excellence. So we believe that that brand also represents excellence to a degree. So we are staying at the Radisson Blue on Isaac John on the 26th, and it's starting by 5 p.m. Hopefully, Nigerians will keep to time, because that alone is also for us to gauge our consciousness of time.
Okay, so I'm going to go a bit tricky here. So looking at the awards, the CVA, is there any competition? Do you see any competition? Other companies that are trying to meet up with the CVA awards in organization and giving out this same form of awards?
Okay, so I believe that the space is big enough for more people to come in. My mentor, Mrs. Shola Salako Ajulo, when she first spoke with me, while sitting down the first edition, she said, we need more things like this. And I think that she's been carrying a big burden of trying to get consumers to know these things about their rights. So I think that while I will not say that there are any now, for now, I think we can get more. And it would be nice to have more, because it's a big space. In fact, one of the things we plan to do is that eventually we will even do specific industry reviews on this subject of consumer satisfaction index, which is what we are trying to do at the end of the day. So it would be nice to see more. There are other awards, but what differentiates our awards, and I stand to be corrected, is that fact that it is voted for by consumers. Any brand manager, any business owner can take that to the bank. If you enter any market and say that this product I'm holding had consumers' votes of 1% to lead a market, or just 2% as a second runner-up in a marketplace, that is a guaranteed marketing tool for that company.
I know the CVA has to do with lots of research because you're dealing with consumer and brands. Now, for your team, what new insights were discovered by your team when dealing with these brands and consumers, and you tend to see that, okay, this is where we should concentrate on, these are the things that should be improved on?
Okay, so it's funny enough, this morning, one of the feedback I got is that there are so many fakes in the marketplace. And somebody said, because there are fake of some products, you won't even vote for those products. And I said, is the product good? He said, yes. But from time to time, you get to encounter fake. So we are in a society where one of the feedback is that how do we manage fake? And counterfeit is an issue not only in the pharmaceutical sector, it's almost in every sector. Even in the service sector, people pretend to offer certain degree of service, and then when you come in contact with, they fall short of it. So what do? We don't have powers. We are not regulators, but we've noted it. And in the course of our sharing data and information, we will just mention it to the regulators that are concerned. We say, oh, these are the things that you need to note. And of course, they have this information about these things to some extent. And I think that they're also trying to address it. So ours is just to continue to mine data and then see how we can deploy the data for better use of regulators and brand owners and manufacturers and service providers, that at the end of the day, our society will get a nudge up.
Are you in partnership with the government or any consumer protection agency?
There's a partnership has to be specified. But I think they are our natural partners. For instance, from day one, the Advertising Regulatory Commission of Nigeria was at the event. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission was at the event. The Nigerian Communications Commission was at the event. And these events, their presence was just not by anybody but except the DGs and the EVCs. They are ably represented. They flew in from Abuja. In fact, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority attended, I think, the second or third edition, all the way from Abuja. So the government agencies are showing interest. And we also look at them for opportunities, for support and understanding. But because we have listed them on the site for voting, even if they support us, they will still fall under the votes of the consumer. So it's not us. It would be nice to have them, and we crave them to be around us, to be with us, to lift up us, to see what we are doing as value addition to the society. There are other awards. They can win all the other awards, but you can't win the Consumers Value Awards just because you know Mr. A or Mr. B. The only way you can get that, we call it the badge of honor, is when we come out to say, based on certain percents of votes, you are the leader of that segment, and that's it.
You talked about the UAC when we were talking about brands. So you said they requested for data. Yeah. Now, this awards, has it thrown up more messages to other brands? Have they requested? Have they reached out? What are the perspective about the awards?
Okay, so see, we are in a very interesting society. Some pretend to ignore us. And I will tell you that for nothing, particularly some of the telecoms brands. They pretend to ignore us. But I can tell you also that whilst they pretend to ignore us, they still look at us. So I have feedbacks that says, oh, we know that you did this 2 years ago, you did 3 years ago, but we invited you to come and take your award, and you said no. And we don't have problem with that. Our standing principle is that we will do our part and present to the public. If you are interested in taking it, you can come for it and take it. So they come around, look at the data, and do whatever they want to do with it. But because I said we are still at the teething stage, I believe, God, that this is a project that has a longer lifespan. And we'll get to that stage where they will crawl, beg to access those data.
Have you faced any challenge or challenges with any of these brands saying, no, what are you doing to my brand? This is not right.
Okay, so at the very first edition, InterSwitch, when we wrote them, one of the things we did when we started was that, because it's our first time, once you are nominated and we are putting you on the list, we will write you. We spend over 500,000 naira on mailing alone to people, to organizations. InterSwitch wrote us and said, we don't want to be on that platform. Understand? It was painful. And I said to myself, why would they reject an opportunity to be validated or rated by a Nigerian brand? Because we are typically a Nigerian brand. But if an outsider company somewhere writes them and say, oh, we want to rate, this is a rating that we did, they will jump at it and make so much noise around it. But they rejected it, and we didn't bother. We didn't bother because as far as we are concerned, we are doing our thing. So that's one example of rejection, and there are many like that. I can tell you of the MTN, I can tell you of, but in the middle of that, there are brands like Globacom, a truly Nigerian brand. The way they embraced the award when they won it was amazing. You will think it's the next day after the award. Everywhere was agog with that celebration. And that's how a brand should celebrate consumers' votes, consumers' feedback. Even Leadway, when they got it, they were excited. Checkers, they were excited. Reload multivitamin, they were excited. But you see, when you have 1, 2 brands that feels that, oh, they are above the water, they don't need such a thing, you just wait. Around the corner, it's the same consumers that they are rejecting that will come to bite them.
Last year, we saw ideas light up the room. This year, we are doing it again. Get ready for the 2025 Marketing Edge Summit and Edge Awards. And once again, the theme is Excellence Beyond Borders. Come see the small brands take giant leaps at the Marketing Edge Summit and the Edge Awards. The Marketing Edge National Marketing Stakeholder Summit holds virtually on the 25th of September, and the Edge Awards holds on 26 September 2025 at Bamol Event Hall, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja. Our lead speakers are Baba Wopetu and Mr. Obi Asika, and gracing the summit as panelists are Mr. Pritesh Siraj, Mrs. Victoria Abiola Ajayi, Mr. Femi Odubemi, and more. Chairman of Edge Awards Night, keynote speaker, His Excellency, Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, Executive Governor, Ekiti State. Marketing Edge Awards, promoting the brand idea.
Now, let's look at the CVA. What's future? I know you're just planning for the 4th edition, but then there should be, you're looking at the future for the awards. What future do you see for the awards? What is your vision for the awards?
Okay, so
not just this year, future.
So basically, CVA is not just an award. It's a stamp of conviction from consumers. It's a badge of honor. So what we are hoping to do in the next edition, and I'll put by the grace of God, in the next edition, is to do that big consumer national summit. I'm not sure I've heard of the consumer summit in Nigeria. So there's going to be the consumer summit, the consumer show, and the consumer exhibition inside the next edition, which is going to be the 5th edition. And I hope that the FCCPC and all the leaders in consumer conversation in this country will embrace it. There's that big consumer summit.
As a leader in the PR industry in Nigeria, what's your overview of the industry?
Oh, it's great. It's an evolving industry. So every one of us is actively trying to evolve ourselves, turn around our business, and the young guys that are coming in, they tend to give themselves pockets of names. I won't mention. They're still holistically involved in the public relations business, and it's big, and it's going to be bigger.
So what are your final words on the Consumer Value Awards? What should people generally look out for?
I think my final word, which is one of the reasons we are doing this, is that, look, as a consumer, it is your right to be heard. And there is one platform that we have created for you to be heard. And that platform is the Consumers Value Awards.com platform. Visit that platform and cast your vote for just one brand or two. We've also introduced best philanthropic brand in Nigeria. That is the best philanthropic, just to see how people are responding to things. So we have the Dangote Foundation, Tony New Foundation. We have the, I think there are 4 different categories. On every category that we have, the minimum is 3. So we have a list of over 200 brands minus government agencies, for all of us as consumers to try and validate their service. And not one person in this country should be left out of it.
Thank you very much. It's been an interesting time having this conversation with you.
Thank you too.
And we wish you all the best as you prepare for the awards in November.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've been speaking with the Chief Executive Officer, Brand Exchange, Akonte Ekine. Many thanks for watching. My name is Bababumi Agiri.